This video discusses the latest developments on Germany and China's plans to start the Third World War, which include US intelligence leaks, developments in AI, and China's threatening Taiwan. Hello friends, this is Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini, where I provide unique analysis of world events based on the unmasked truth that after surrender, Germany continued World War II clandestinely and became a killing machine. I also provide true news that you will find nowhere else. One big story of the past few weeks has been the social media online leaks of highly classified Pentagon documents which exposed US spying on enemy and friendly nations, which could strain key important relationships. Friendly nations spied on include Israel, South Korea, and Ukraine. Some documents reveal weaknesses in Ukrainian weapons, air defenses, and battalion sizes, and their readiness to launch a counteroffensive against Russia. Other documents divulge the extent to which the US has penetrated Russia's Ministry of Defense and the Russian mercenary organization Wagner Group. The most damaging part of the revelations is that the sources of US intelligence have been exposed. Some of the intelligence was attributed to interception of electronic communication signals, whereas other parts of the intelligence were attributed to human sources, which now stand compromised. There are three levels of security classification for US government documents: confidential, secret, and top secret. As of 2019, there were 1.5 million individuals with top secret clearance. However, there is still another classification which is even more restrictive, which is sensitive compartmented information, or SCI. This is classified information concerning or derived from sensitive intelligence sources, methods, or analytical processes. All SCI must be handled within formal access control systems established by the Director of National Intelligence. Some of the documents leaked on social media were classified SCI, which means they revealed critical human sources used to gather intelligence, which now stand compromised and jeopardized. It is not news to us that German masqueraders have substantial control of the US government and the US military and are working against US interests and in Germany and China's interests. These leaks of the most restricted intelligence information are evidence of their representation in the highest positions in the US military and their willingness to share the most sensitive information with Germany and China in the event of a war. Another disturbing element of these leaks is that some of the leaked documents were altered to reflect lower casualty figures for Russian forces and circulated on pro-Russia channels to spread disinformation. Thus, access to continuous stream of sensitive information means that it can be altered or for sustained propaganda purposes that can be very damaging to morale in the event of a war. It seems with these leaks, German masqueraders and their allies in the United States are signaling their readiness for civil war in the United States and their full active support in all spheres of the war for Germany and China against the United States. Then the recent release of ChatGPT, a sophisticated chatbot and trained language model, has revolutionized the world of AI, or artificial intelligence, and brought its vast potential for the benefit of humanity. However, others are rightly frightened about its potential for military applications. Vladimir Putin, President of Russia, has declared regarding AI that whoever becomes the leader in this sphere will become the ruler of the world. At present, the USA and China are leading in development of AI and have become fierce competitors. A rapid development of the technology has naturally sparked concerns around the world about its safe use, particularly by authoritarian regimes like China's. The first international summit on the military uses of AI was held in February 2023, and on February 16, the US State Department released a document on political declaration on responsible military use of artificial intelligence and autonomy. It highlighted the importance of humans ultimately being in control of operations and the obligation of states' military AI to adhere to international law. More discussions and summits may follow on the responsible use of AI for military purposes, but don't expect China or Germany to adhere to any agreements they sign. If they see any advantage in its use to win a war, they will use the technology despite any agreements they may sign for its responsible use. Development of AI tells us that development of just one AI algorithm may give a nation the advantage it needs to either hack or disrupt its enemy's launch of its military weapons, which while using its own systems in a preemptive strike to give it victory. All sides have sufficient weapons to destroy all life on Earth, or at least obliterate their enemies. The advent of ChatGPT and rapid development of AI and the leak of top secret US intelligence documents brings a prophecy by the prophet Ezekiel to mind, which declares how the United States, British Commonwealth nations, and Israel will be defeated in war by a German-led alliance. The prophecy is in Ezekiel 7 verse 14, which states, "They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goes to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof." Either AI-controlled weapons or control of US, British, and Israeli weapon systems by German masqueraders could easily fulfill this prophecy. The outcome of the war could hinge on a superior algorithm. That means God could control the outcome of the war simply by inspiring an algorithm. That's why China's lead in AI is frightening for the United States and its allies. Now, in my three-part series of videos of March 27 and April 3rd, 2023, I explained Germany and China's change in strategy to start a world war with the United States, British Commonwealth nations, and Israel. They will most likely first lay an economic siege to these nations, which will provoke a civil war in these nations between German masqueraders, who are people of German ancestry living in these countries, and whites of non-German ancestry. Recently, China has taken its threats against Taiwan to a higher level. On April 5, 2023, Taiwanese President Tsai met US House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California. McCarthy said that President Tsai was a great friend of America and that America's support for the people of Taiwan will remain resolute, unwavering, and bipartisan. China followed up with military exercises in which 70 Chinese aircraft and 11 Chinese Navy vessels encircled Taiwan. Chinese Ministry of Defense said in a statement that the drills were part of a military exercise conducted by the People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater Command. The statement also added that the drills are a stern warning that China will not tolerate provocative activities of Taiwan independence, secessionist forces, and collusion with external forces, meaning the United States. Then the Chinese army carried out intimidation a step further by posting an animated video showing how a full-scale attack on Taiwan from China could be launched if war were to break out. While these activities could be taken as bluster on the part of China, which it uses to intimidate many other nations in the region such as the Philippines and Vietnam, the recent military exercises took the intimidation by China to a higher level. China's recent aggression is an indication that in pursuit of its strategy of laying an economic siege to the United States, British Commonwealth nations, and Israel, it may start using its Navy and Air Force, and the forces it has stationed in the artificial islands it has created in the South China Sea to interfere with global shipping. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please continue to watch my videos on important world events, World War III watch, politics, international business, how Bible prophecy is playing an important role in world affairs, advice on health and medical problems, and much more for in-depth and insightful analysis. Please also subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channels, Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini, to view and get information on the latest videos.